Nevada is one of the weirdest states in this country, and I freaking love it. Let's go. I can't figure out this. I don't want to change it because it's, I don't want to pay 2 hours for a technician to change it. But this new truck, it's like, if I'm using my pedal, it's governed at 75, but cruise control's governed at 72. So I can't go any higher than that. And it's got the stupid radar adaptive cruise control. So if someone's ahead of me, it slows down to like 65. I don't know how I feel about that, which I don't want to. I typically go 70. That's what I typically set my cruise control at. So it's not like it's that big of a deal to me. But it just kind of feels funny. All the snow is melted. It's just dead sagebrush all the way around. Ay, ay, ay. All right, moment of truth. Yeah, that works pretty good. Sweet. I mean, it's only $50 to get windshield wipers, and then I topped off my tank. It was completely empty. But it just makes you feel bad. How do you certify a truck is ready to hit the road and doesn't even have windshield wipers? I don't know. But we're going to get home now. Nothing's going to ruin my day. Well, it's been a long time since I've been to this Pilot. For that guy to pull up. I was gonna go to the Maverick to get fuel because it's like 30 cents cheaper a gallon, but I don't want to push it. I don't think I have another 20 miles. So primary fuel empty. Pull up here. This is the Pilot in Winnemucca. I just don't want to risk running out of fuel, especially with this trunk. I don't know how on the, I mean, you get about like you have like 100 miles you can go once you're, I think on most trucks, when you're, let's see, I don't know if I'm close enough. When your light comes on, you're supposed to have about like 100 miles left, but I just don't want to chance it with this truck. That may be false advertising. I don't know what Peterbilt says. That truck looks like my truck. It's got lights too. But mine look cooler. So, anyways. Gonna get fuel, go get a snack, do some paperwork, and then I'll start driving again. Farmers and bull haulers are the coolest cowboy drivers to me. We're here in Winnemucca, Nevada. Those trailers just look like they would not pass any inspection. Yeah, the bull haulers, they'll spend all the money they make on the truck. They won't spend any money on the trailer. They just want to make their truck look cool. They turn it up to 700 horsepower for no reason. So, just teasing. Bull haulers are pretty cool. I think they're cool. I am rushing home. I was originally planning on stopping and sleeping in Wells, Nevada tonight, but today is actually Valentine's Day, so I'm trying to book it home because I don't think Valentine's Day is that big of a deal, but I kind of wanted to get home and see Christine and see how she's doing. So I just passed Wells, Nevada, just a little bit ago, and I believe we're coming up on Wendover. I believe Wendover is just over this hill. Be careful. That mountain off off in the distance is pretty cool looking. You have like the grassy plain, and then you got the mountain. Wow, Nevada is such a fun state. I love driving through it because there's nobody here. I mean, you get to Vegas, it's a little bit traffic. Reno has a little bit of traffic, but not bad. I mean, there's just not enough people here to have traffic. But yeah, I-80, it's an easy drive. And once you've driven around the country and you've seen everything there is to drive, like all of my drivers, they're all older and experienced, and once you've seen the country, their whole focus is just to get money. So they want to drive Wyoming, Nevada, Montana, Idaho. They just want to go somewhere that they can go 70 miles an hour and not have too many interruptions, especially if you're getting paid by the mile. That's what their focus is. Should probably turn my engine brake on because we're going down a little bit of a grade right here. I love this shifter. I didn't think I was gonna love it. Let's see if I can show it. The PACCAR automatic shifter. It's similar to the one that's on the Freightliner, but I don't know. It's very good. And this truck shifting, it actually shifts very smoothly. It doesn't jump nearly as much as our other ones. Like, I just put it in gear and it immediately goes in gear and starts going. It doesn't have that stupid creep mode that the Freightliner has, where like it'll bounce really quick and then it'll stop and then go. Or we've got a couple other like Cummins engine Peterbilts that are automatic, and it's the same thing. You put it in reverse and you try to go and nothing happens. So turn that off. Turn my engine brake back, or engine brake off. Put my cruise control back on. Maybe not quite yet. We're not quite to Wendover, but got to get home for Valentine's Day. Yeah, so far, so we're 600 miles in, and the truck's doing pretty good. My load is really light, so it's not really a good test, but I'm getting 8.5 miles to the gallon, so it's, again, I'm not good at judging these hills. The sun just set, the sky is blue, and we're gonna get home for Valentine's Day, even if I have to stop to get an energy drink. All right, never mind, I was wrong. This is the hill that you take. And we are coming now into Wendover. Wendover. Did I say that wrong? Wendover. I need to turn my engine brake on. This is the weirdest little town. There's like no houses here. I mean, there's a couple houses over there, but there's like trailer homes. But yeah, it's just, you're out in the middle of the desert. Come down this little hill. There's Wendover. And it's not too far from Salt Lake City, so a lot of people in Utah, northern Utah area. Sorry, I'm slurring my words tonight. Must be tired. Come over here to party. Yeah. A couple little flashing lights over there. But you can blink and miss this place. There's not too much here. Same with like, Wells and Elko, Nevada. There's a pretty good size Pilot right there, and the Maverick that's right there. I've gotten fuel at that Maverick several times. Let's see, what's the price say there for diesel? $3.70. Well, that's pretty good. I think it's actually lower in Utah. Typically, the Maverick here has cheaper gas than in Salt Lake, I think. There's been a couple times I've gotten really, really cheap gas here. So if I'm ever going, which, you know, I don't go out that way that much. I have 2 trucks that run this lane regularly, I-80 from Utah to California. But it's not my main route, so I don't come this way super often. And I think, anyway, if I do go this way to California, I will stop at that Maverick because I think it's the cheapest place to get fuel. So I'll fuel up there, and then I almost have enough fuel to make it home. You know, if I'm going to Sacramento or Oakland, coming back, you almost have enough fuel if you're in one of the more efficient trucks to make it all the way. And then you come right here, there's Montego Bay, and then right here there's the sign, Utah. We are now in Utah, so this side of Wendover, you cannot have casinos, I'm pretty sure. So there's some apartments or housing down there. I'll be able to work in the casinos, live there. And then coming up over this way, you come to the Salt Flats. As soon as you come up and down this little, I don't know, gate you call it, they cut right in the mountain, which I don't know why they did that, but they cut right in the mountain to put the freeway here. Looks kind of cool. It's like a gateway to Utah. I won't record all the way. There's the Utah DOT port here. And then after that, you're at the Salt Flats. One of the flattest places on earth. All right. I'm worried that I didn't make it in time. It's too dark and you can't really tell what you're looking at here. But we are at the Bonneville Salt Flats. That way you can see my chicken lights in the mirror. I absolutely love the way that these look. They look fantastic. But yeah, we're at the Bonneville Salt Flats. I wish I would have made it here a little bit earlier to show you how awesome this place is. Maybe I'll have to book another load and come back out this way. Starting to swerve a little bit. I got kind of worried. The port of entry was open, and luckily it looked like they were inspecting 3 other trucks, so nobody was in the office when I went over the scale. But technically, I think I'm actually hauling illegally right now because I have my dealer plates, which lets me drive unregistered, but I don't know the rules, and I don't know if I can be for hire. I mean, I have insurance. I have insurance on the truck, and we've added it to our IFTA list, but anyways, I don't have my plates yet. So anyways, I could probably get in a lot of trouble for that, but we're free and clear now. That was the only port I was worried about, and typically the Utah ports, they're pretty easy going when they find out you're from Utah. Like, there's been many times when I've been pulled in the port, like especially the Brigham City port, and I'm like, dude, I'm like 5 miles away from home, just let me go. And you know, they're pretty cool most of the time. They just let you go if you're from Utah. If you got Utah plates, you can show them that you're from Utah. They're pretty easy going on the local callers. But coming from California, there's the one Sacramento port that was closed. There's a couple check spots, which are just parking lots in Nevada that you pull through, like in Reno. There's a pull through right after there, and then there's another one in Elko. But like, I've only ever seen those open once. So Nevada really does not give a crap about DOT. They just don't have it in their budget, I don't think, because they don't really have port of entries. And like, I've been south, you know, I've driven through Las Vegas several times. They got a couple pull off spots, but they're not open that I've seen in the last couple of years. So, you know, Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, it really is the last cowboy state. And, you know, their rules, they're a lot more lenient on their overweight rules, and you know, and Utah's pretty easy going with their overweight and length rules, but like Las Vegas and Nevada, so much more lenient on their heavy hauls. So anyways, yeah, drive safe, guys. What is going on here? Clean my window off so I can see all the flashing lights. The Schneider truck's in the way. You can't see the accident. Okay, well that was pretty shoot, what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm too tired. Let down. That was kind of a big letdown. I've been waiting on freaking I-15 for 20 minutes and I just passed that. There's probably more cars involved. That looked like that car had been burned up, but we're almost home. Got a couple more exits and we'll get off. We'll be back home finally. Oh, it's been a long drive, guys. I am tired, driving over hours. Almost done. That was probably the second or third most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm here at the RC Willey in Salt Lake City to deliver this load so that I can return this Freightvana trailer. Anyways, my appointment's at 10. I went in there at 9:30 and like, sorry, I need to learn how to hold my phone steady. I go in there and like, there's like 5 forklift drivers all sitting in their forklifts just sleeping, and I go to the desk and I'm like, hey, I'm here to check in, and nobody looks at me, so I stand there for a second. They're all sitting there at their desk, and then one guy finally looks up and he's like, go back in your truck, we're on break for a half hour. I'm like, okay, do you have a bathroom? And he didn't answer me. So I just walked through the warehouse, nobody stopped me, and like, I guess people that work at RC Willey's, they're just robots, and at 9:30 they all just fall asleep or something. So I walked through the whole warehouse, nobody stopped me. I found the bathroom eventually, went to the bathroom. Like all their forklift guys, they just stop at 9:30 and fall asleep wherever they are, you know? That was pretty funny. So I got 5 more minutes, and then I'll go back in there and get unloaded. It's only like a couple boxes, so it's not really that big of a load. But yeah, he wouldn't even look at my paperwork, so makes me rethink how I feel about RC Willey's. I've never delivered here before, but I've driven past her many times, and some of my drivers have delivered here. It's a pretty big building off 5600 in Salt Lake, and I like the Maverick that's just down the street, so I get fuel there all the time. Yeah, that was kind of sad. 9:30 to 10's their break, and they all just shut off like robots. Well, I'm here. It's 10 o'clock. She said my appointment's not till 11:30, which broker TQL told me it was 10. This is why you don't trust them when they tell you, like, your pickup times, whatever. You have to be there when they tell you, but the broker's full of shit. So I'm gonna take a nap for an hour and then get unloaded. Never mind, everyone's full of shit. As I was recording that clip of me laying in bed, they told me to back into door 81, but I don't know how to remove the seal. Yeah, I'll go ask them if they have clippers or something. I don't know how you open these. Holy crap, yeah, that was a lot harder to get off than I thought. I went in there and they gave me bolt cutters, but they made me leave my phone so I didn't steal their bolt cutters. But Door 81, here we come. I tell you what, that really solidifies my opinion on workers at RC Willey being robots. It is a madhouse in there. I was waiting right at 10 o'clock. That everyone just woke up and you hear beep, 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 beep. All these forklifts going back and forth. So, man, that is funny. They are hustling and bustling and humping and dumping. Not humping, that's a wrong thing to say. But they are moving in there. Everyone wakes up and the forklifts start moving and grooving and trucks start pulling in. So, door 81 right here. Oh yeah. A little bit of debris right there. Hopefully I don't pop the tire on this trailer. That's another great thing about having an automatic. I need to get one of those headbands so I can back up trailers and record myself backing up. Let's see, did I cut too sharp? Use my one extra hand for holding the phone. They did not tell me to move my tandems back, so I will in fact not move my tandems back. This is too distracting. I got it. First try. I don't know why I was so worried, but I stopped the video just in case. But yeah, we're pretty good on my lines. I don't know if you can see in the camera. I am straight. First shot. I'm a lot better than I give myself credit for sometimes. All right, well, we got the green light. That was good. They unloaded me pretty fast. Glad they came to my their senses. It's now 11:05. The clock on this truck is wrong. That says 10:20. That's wrong. It's 10:05. But yeah, the first lady that I talked to was rude. She's like, "We're not gonna unload you until freaking 11:30." But we're good to go, guys. Let's go. You got to be careful with any power-only load. Freightvana, JB Hunt. If you can, you got to get your straps out. Because if you return the trailer with straps in it, you know, that's 30, 40, 50 bucks you spend on straps. So remember to get your straps out every time you return a trailer. All right, I'm done talking. Got papers. We're gonna drop this trailer and go find trailer 22540 or 220540. Okay, go get the trailer. Finally made it back home. There's the Freightvana trailer that I dropped. My driver Drew's gonna pick it up. Oh, goodness. So I parked my truck over there across the street. I don't know if you can see it. It's by the shop, just until we get all the paperwork finished. All right, this video is gonna be a little bit out of order. So I had a whole segment, like 8 minutes, when I was driving through Winnemucca, Nevada. The truck didn't have any windshield wipers on it. Like straight up, I don't know how I missed that when I picked it up at the dealership, but there was no windshield wiper. So it started snowing pretty hard up in Nevada, and tried to turn my windshield wipers on. It didn't scratch the window, but it made a shrieking noise. And I was pretty furious. And it's probably a good thing that the video didn't record any sound and I had to tape over it. But yeah, the truck came from a Peterbilt dealership certified to hit the road. It didn't have any windshield wipers on it. So I was a little bit pissed about that, but windshield wipers are easy. So I just went and bought some and they worked all right. But yeah, the truck seems to be running all right. There's only a couple things wrong with it that I noticed after driving it 700 miles. Windshield wipers are the biggest thing because I could actually get DOT'd for that. The door grip, or the door, like some of the inside of the door's coming off, but it's not too bad. It's like the bottom by where the trash is, if the door's a little bit loose. On the driver's side, the bed bracket's a little loose, so the upper bunk, if you stow the upper bunk, it doesn't lock all the way in. What else? The visors, both the visor clips are broken, so it kind of just hangs there, but that's not a big deal. One of the cabinets door doesn't, like, it closes, but it's loose, so it rattles. But mechanically wise, it's a pretty good truck from what I can tell. It pulls pretty good. I'm getting pretty good gas mileage. It's a very good truck to drive, and I'm pretty happy with it. So it's parked over at the shop. We'll get the license plate on it, and hopefully in a week we'll start using it. It's gonna be a backup truck for a minute because we need a backup truck. And then we're trying to look for maybe 2 more trucks just like it, and maybe we'll hire 2 more drivers, so we'll see. So anywho, yeah, if you're curious early in the video why I freak out and put windshield wipers on the truck, that's why. Because I literally went through a blizzard and didn't have any windshield wipers, and I was pretty pissed. I was extremely pissed, and I didn't say any cuss words, but I was pretty pissed. So it's probably a good thing that I didn't record the video. Anyways, I'm gonna go, guys, wrap up this video. We got the truck back. Things are going good. The market's good. Our dedicated lanes are good. So, keep trucking. See you in the next video.